Welcome back to Mountain Goat Gaming, a Screaming Goat episode. I'm Alex, with me, the beautiful Jay and the stunning Sean.
Good morning.
Good morning, good evening. It's been a long day for everyone.
Oh.
Yeah, just the cheeky 12 hours in the kitchen. Good stuff.
We have seen the rumblings of leaks of profiles, leaks of legendary legions for the Rise of Angmar. And in the last, 45 minutes to an hour, we've made the PowerPoint. I've seen it all.
We're going in blind.
Jay knows nothing. Sean knows nothing. We're going to show them together. We're going to see their reactions. Before we even start, guys, do we have any predictions, any thoughts? What do we want to see? What do we hope not to see?
I've got to do the admin plug. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications on our videos. We are riding this hype train like you would not believe, whilst getting rid of our backlog of videos because they feel irrelevant, and we put a lot of effort and time, and we got up early for them all, and at this very point in time, they mean nothing and they feel like nothing. However, we will still put them out there for you guys to see because there's some good shit in there. And I think it will definitely be transferable into the new edition in terms of how you play, what to look for, and all that sort of shit as well. However, my God, we've got a good series coming up and it's all speculation. It is all SBG new edition hype train goodness. And it's exciting.
I just realized I didn't have my mic near me, so hopefully that wasn't too soft. Hell yeah. Sean, you might do some sound editing. I know you're not inconsistent with that, but
I made one error. It was once. And it was early in the morning.
It was early in the morning. Let's get into it. I'm so excited. Let's start.
Oh, hang on. Predictions.
Yes.
Witch King of Angmar is going to go up to about 160, 180 points.
So do you think they're going to just release a new profile having that, or increase how are they going to introduce this into the...
I think it's either going to be a case of it really, it just comes down to the Crown of Morgul with him, what they do with that. Do they give him both the attacks and the reroll magic? Do they just lean more into the magic? Because I don't really know too much of the Witch King going in and just being a beat stick. He slaps, but he does. It's not his main role. Fluff wise, I'm talking, and if I'm wrong, for God's sake, smash me in the comments, please. I love it. But yeah, I think he's either going to cop a point hit like what the Dragon Emperor did, or they will keep him where he's at. I love the customization of him, but just change the crown. So I don't think it's a full rewrite. I think it's just an addition to him.
Yeah, sure. Look, I don't have any predictions. I'm so excited to see this.
Shit, make one.
this Wagmar legendary legion that I've heard all about. The prediction I've got for that is we're going to see a fight value increase for regular wargs. That's something that I've been asking for years, ever since I started playing Wagmar 2 years ago. So that's my prediction, is that there's going to be some buff in fight value for wargs going into that. And really, I'm just excited to see what these werewolves do, because God, they look so sexy. I don't care what anyone says. It's old mate Gothmog's warg with human hands,
which is sick.
And I love it.
I love it so much.
Oh yeah,
I'm buzzed. Let's get in. I can't contain myself.
Before we get into it as well, guys, I want to be clear. Again, we put this PowerPoint together in a very short amount of time. If I've edited something weirdly, let's not talk about it.
Roast him in the comments.
Don't roast, please. My self-esteem is tied purely to the comments. Awesome. Let's get started with the man himself. Arnor.
Hang on.
First chief in the Dunedain.
Beautiful
First
name.
thing in the Hero of Valor, 80 points. Feels like a good points level. You can do stuff with that.
Okay.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
It's roughly about the same points as Arathorn and Helgrad minus the banner, just a little bit more expensive.
Yep.
Perfect.
I will also clarify, he's in Arnor.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not in Rangers.
He's not in Rangers, I believe. I believe he's in Arnor.
That last one link.
Yeah, fair.
So, pretty standard stat line. I will be honest as well. So stats, I was reading off a very blurry video and a blog that had some stats in there. So we don't have a lot of courage values. We might be missing some stuff, but we've definitely gleaned a pretty standard profile. Maybe he has 3 attacks, but fair. Expert shot, sick.
Yeah, we remember that one. That's good. Hatred Angmar.
Also, everything Arnor here has Hatred Angmar.
As it should.
As it should. I assume that's just combat as well. I don't think that counts for shootings. That's
just
I believe it's just combat.
Oh, good. And now, I think he's a 3-2-1. The one fate looks a bit shoddy, but 2 will's actually really nice. Here's the big one. Dunedain and Rangers in Arnor. That's cheeky.
That's a spicy meatball.
Sean likes.
I big likey. I might spend some money on some Warriors of Arnor to add to my Dunedain army.
Yeah, exactly. Considering they're minor heroes, the ability for them to not only be in there but leading troops, is also fantastic.
Absolutely massive. Warband space is not going to be a problem.
Absolutely not. And just the ability to drop even just 3 or 4 is just so good.
Do you remember, I was listening to the Green Dragon a hot minute ago about the whole micro warband situation and how powerful and potent that was? Like,
back in the days,
by themselves, like exploit that. But imagine the micro warbands of like the Goblin Mercenaries, where like 4 or 5 dudes just show up in pockets everywhere, and it's like, what do you do? Like, what do you do with like a 4-4-4-4-4-4-4-4-4-4? Holy shit!
Yeah, that's something I've said for a very long time. Is if you can out deploy your opponent, you know, if they've got 4 warbands but you've got 7 warbands, even 6 warbands, just to go, all right, cool. Here's a single captain or a single Dunedain. Where are you putting half of your army? It's huge. That's whenever I can get a single drop in or a micro warband, I'm doing it.
Actually, and the ability to take this army from like let's say 3 warbands or 4 warbands at 650, dropping 50 points to take it up to 5 or 6 warbands, pretty juicy. I also realized, I don't know why I just noticed it, those quiver and arrows look great.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know why I just noticed that.
Yeah,
very sexy. Pretty standard, nothing too crazy. Okay, we'll continue with also not incredibly.
Just a quick question: do we know what his special rule?
That is his special rule.
That's
it. That is literally it. It's just the ability to take them in the Arnor army, which is, I would have liked a little something, but it's for 80 points. It seems like a pretty. I honestly don't mind a bit of simplicity.
Yeah. He's got expert shot, which is big.
I've combined these exactly. Yeah, I've combined these together because we basically got the entire profile for both these guys already. But obviously, we'll skim over Argadir 85 points.
What?
Okay. But obviously, 5/5 strength 4 D7 with the War Spear, 3/1/1 chonky, sexy model.
This is
on a
horse. So good. This is so good for Arnor, dude. 85 points, D7. Like, we love the Arnor captains because of how cheap they are. And then the ability to mount them with all the shit that he gets for 85 points, still D7, 3 attacks on the charge, obviously. Does this motherfucker have the lance?
The lance? Yeah.
So we're talking strength 4 plus 1 to wound. Dude, that's bogus for Arnor.
Yeah. Let's not forget Master of Battle.
Oh, for sure, dude.
And you're now in an army with the possibility of 1 drop, 1 might Rangers of the North who just call a move when you don't have priority. When you don't have priority, and when you do, you have Master of Battle.
Dunedain, adding the Dunedain to this, you're just going to outmight your opponents in Arnor.
So much. Oh,
it's bonkers.
And that was one of the weaknesses, was they didn't always have a heap of might.
Well, especially in that 750, 800 points.
Yeah.
That's what they really struggled to. And the fact that this feels like a really good patch gapper. Like a gap patch? Gap filler?
Yeah.
Yep.
For Arnor.
So Master of Battle on 5+, still has Hatred Angmar, Heroic March and Defense.
Oh.
It's the two of the sexiest heroics other than Strike.
That's so good.
Just the march was unnecessary, I feel. It's just so good.
That's the thing with the amount of might that you're now going to be able to get in Angmar, having March is actually going to be really fucking good, and it's going to be worth popping on the regular. So this I like it.
Yep.
Oh, that's so good.
Knights of Arnor, 14 points.
14 points.
That's so same as a warrior of or a knight of Ministerial.
So the exact same as
yeah.
knight of, the Ministerial guy. So fight 3 D6 with the war spear is technically better than a lance, I guess. I guess we don't have to worry about fainting really because soon they're gone. But obviously Hatred Angmar, courage 2, but can't complain.
These guys feel like you add 4 into an army and just help with a bit of mobility back late game. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
2 to 4.
It's
That's all you need.
It's exactly what I used to call the Knights of Ministerial. I just called them Gondor's Band-Aid. Once your shield wall starts breaking down and gaps open, you plug it with a cav model. You just go, boop, there you go. I'll Band-Aid that up. And it works a ton. I think they're going to fit a very similar role there.
I'm excited for like 200 to 300 points just running him and some knights.
Yeah, that's my
That'd be
plan.
fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Kind of the not the low point, but generally stuff we already knew.
Okay.
And we know his rules already in terms of his reckless charge, so he always has to charge heroes. Can't decline heroic challenge. Oh, and then the can't get his the fight value goes up.
Yeah.
He always matches a non-monster he's fighting.
Okay.
100 points.
So 110 on horse, I'm assuming.
Well, his hero Valor, 5-6 D7, 3 attacks, 3 wounds. Chad.
Love it. Armored horse.
120 equipped, but armored horse is great. The lance makes him just again such a killer. The whole oh no, I had to charge a hero. I'm gonna kill that hero.
Yeah.
Strength 4, you reckon?
Yeah.
4 attacks on the charge. Strength 4 +1 to wound.
I don't think he's got like a Numenor strength 5 thing. I think he's just going to be a strength 4 dude.
Strength 4's enough with +1 to wound anyway.
Yeah.
So, obviously, based on like just general timelines and things, you can't take any other Gondor heroes with him.
Makes
named
sense.
ones. Makes sense. No issues. Although, the Gondor army bonus isn't the be all and end all.
You could say.
I do love +1 courage as an army bonus. I think it's one of my favorite army bonuses going around.
It's simple,
It's a little bit sad to lose that, but I'm not sweating over it.
Although it was one of those ones where it's very tough to see the actual profile. But I think they should just again make it like a lot of other profiles where he can't take any Gondor heroes, otherwise it's impossible, or they just lose everything. Obviously the 2 rules we already know. Again, 120 points, still pretty strong. Can't complain about that.
You're going to hoard out and Gondor with him in there.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see some pure Gondor lists because I think everyone's already considering him just for like the Fornost idea of him and some elves. So it'd be really nice to see him in some pure Ministerial. Here's where we get juicy because we don't know much at all about these boys. So that's not. We're doing NASDAQ first. We know basically all these stats.
Oh, okay.
50 points.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
He's cheap.
Okay.
He's just an old captain with 3 might. 3-1-1,
cool.
Fight 4, defense 5, 2 attacks, 2 wounds. He's standard. Main thing, the question was, he has heroic defense. We were told that already. Do we think he has anything else? Because if he has...
If he's got March, he's yoked, right?
If he has March, he is the auto take of all auto takes. Unfortunately, does not have March. He just has defense. We don't have to worry about all captains losing their spot. They are still useful.
That makes so much sense for the role that I want him in that list to have defense.
Yep. Love it. Just throw him in, try and get some more gear. Love it.
Or hold up a section which is so valuable for Angmar.
Oh, 100%.
Do they have anyone who can defense in Angmar anyway?
No.
Yeah, this is wicked.
It'd also be great to just sit there, defense, kill one dude, take your shield, start shielding, just slowly get him down.
This feels good.
Don't be like, we're gonna move on to the Shadow of Rudar, but NASDAQ, I'm so excited to use him.
I love
it's gonna be
50
good.
points.
One of the best rules that's been written.
Now, just quickly, the Shadow Rudar.
Yes.
Shadow Rudar, I'm assuming name-wise means we'll only be able to take one of them, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think I think it is a named character.
Yeah. It feels like Shadow Rudar feels very much like, the Betrayer.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the at the beginning of it, I don't believe. But if it does, then it would just be the single one.
It's obviously like the Spider Queen at one point wasn't named or counted as named, so you could take multiple at one point in the past. Jay, I can see your reaction to that shit, because that was scary. Hero Fortitude Chill,
Nice.
80 points.
Okay.
We can slot that in. Okay, so you select one enemy here at the start of the game. -1 to fate rolls and courage while within 6 inches.
Shit.
2 might is massive.
Yeah.
In Angmar, massive. There's
Yeah.
5 will. What are we doing with the will, gents? What do we think?
Brother, if this dude's got paralyzed, I'm going to be kind of furious.
But
I'm also going to love it.
I hope it's something that plays on a debuff or a buff for the army.
Jay, I'm happy to say you're closer. There is no paralyze. But Curse is very interesting.
But he's got fucking Wither too. And
Wither is
Sap.
also gross.
Dude, I love Sap Will.
Holy shit.
I love Sap Will.
Yeah, incredible. Wither, I don't. It's
I think
fine.
Wither's underrated.
Dude,
Drain Courage, Curse, and Sap Will. Big.
Is this what the Golden King wishes he was?
Yes, absolutely. This is what the Golden King wishes.
Don't make me mad like that, dude.
Wow.
That's
my boy.
incredible.
Can you run me through? I actually haven't. I can't remember Curse, nor have I read it. What does?
You lose a fate point.
Yeah, it's if you pass, if you successfully cast, they just lose a fate.
And I believe the beauty of it is he can obviously channel because he has it, and I believe channel is D3 or no, it's all. I think it might be all automatically, which is great when you're facing, I don't know, a Castellan.
Yeah.
Sean.
Hey, Jono.
Hey, they use will, not fate.
Oh, true. Damn.
Yeah.
So you just need to Sap Will then.
Sap Will,
just Sap Will.
The
No, I'm
classic
thinking-
conundrum
I'm
of
thinking,
spend will to resist or lose will to die.
Yeah, I'm thinking Dragon Emperor. I know he's got the resistance, but
Resist with the helmet.
Pepper at him in that situation, or even Rutabi. If you finally get a chance to hit Rutabi as well after smacking her with a cup of everything, that could be cheeky.
Yeah, -1 to fate rolls. Oh, the potential.
This dude, could you imagine 2 Barrow Whites running around with this guy?
Yeah.
That's disgusting. Not only is it going to look cool on the table because of how the models are, but just what they're going to do together.
I'm going to be honest.
Blades of the Dead.
Oh, fantastic question. I don't want to lose this. Oops. Oh gosh. Really just disconnected everything. I don't want to leave the screen. I will try and have a look as I go around, but I'd assume so. Considering every other spirit that isn't a ring wraith has it in Angmar, I'd assume so. Yeah, if you manage to. I kind of it's dumb. I kind of wish he had no might, because I wish he could slot into my no might Angmar army and make sense. But we might have someone else to do that, so that's fine. I'm really happy with him. 80 points feels like a really good points level.
I'm really happy with how the points are being shifted out at the moment. Defense of the North, some of the models felt like they were a bit too expensive for what they did, especially the Dale guys in my mind. But all the points values that we're getting here feels really, really good.
Yeah, I always felt like Brandon Bard just felt slightly too much. For
yeah, 10, 15 points too expensive, but these guys are.
Yeah, it really feels like I can see a spot for him. Jay, I think I want you. I can't remember. I think it's what I'm expecting next. Oh, maybe not. Oh no, it's a chill. It's not as crazy, but I'm still so excited for these lads.
I want to know the intelligence.
Yeah, intelligence is going to be well
Get
interesting.
ready.
Oh,
Get ready. Hill Trolls, 75 points. On par with
Good.
the Cave Trolls.
Cave
The
Trolls.
one
that.
thing that I want to check, because I can't remember exactly. Oh no, it doesn't matter. I won't say it. I won't say it. I can't. I don't. I'm so excited, boys. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Okay, Hill Troll. This isn't the Hill Troll intelligence. This is another thing. But you pick a terrain piece at the start of the game. Your whole army does not treat it as difficult terrain.
Whole army.
Your whole army.
Yum.
So that's not the intelligence.
That's not the intelligence.
Keep
Which
cooking.
Interesting.
again, froth it.
Keep
I
going.
don't. The only thing I'm curious about is I assume it's even if you have multiple, you only get one. Although the idea of having like 3 of them and making it all open,
Seems dumb.
but also it's an investment.
It's a bit investment.
This is Hill Troll intelligence. Reroll a single d6 in the dual roll if you're facing only infantry. If Birdo's there and you have a Hill Troll, he gets it too.
Nice. So they got a banner.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And well,
Amazing.
and the thing is, it stacks with your banner.
Yeah,
We have monsters that can actually do stuff.
that's so
is-
good.
Is this
Lord of the
so?
Hill.
So Birdo gains at 2.
Yes.
Is that when he's in the same fight, or
No. If you have, I'm pretty sure if you have a heal, I don't know if he gets it. I don't think he gets it naturally. I think it's if you have a Hill Troll, Birdo gets this rule as well,
Wow.
right?
Flat.
Right.
which
That's
is massive.
Bonkers.
Finally.
That's
Again,
But
if you're in the comments and you're like, no, Birdo gets it naturally now, let us know. But I think they said something about the Hill Troll needing to be in the army.
a small part of me does still wish that it was like a resistant to magic-esque thing, because that's what really, trolls and monsters really suffer with that. So I kind of wish it was that, but re-rolling the single d6 in a dual roll is huge.
I think,
That's
I think they've plugged that already. They've got the Shadow of Rudar with Sap Will. So you just take the Rudar to Sap Will their, Galadriel or whatever, and then all of a sudden their Hill Troll is nowhere near. Like they don't have the magic to just pester.
That's the beauty, is that you've made them far more consistent.
Yep.
And if they want to spend time, casting it, that you have at least probably a Wraith or the Shadow of Rudar or Paralyzers coming in that makes them really question their decision about where they're putting their will points.
No, fair.
I also believe fight 6, strength 6, pretty much 6s in all the right spaces, 3 attacks, 3 wounds. Yum. Yum.
Sexy.
Are they still like D6, 7?
D6, I believe.
Yeah, cool.
So similar to Cave Trolls, essentially, but only a one-handed sword.
Wait, so you're telling me that the cloth doesn't give them +1 defense?
I think that's literally the terrain thing, because they're all like they're in the terrain and they're in the swamps.
They're scared. Camouflage. Yeah.
Camo boys.
Troll ghillie suits.
In the most disgusting bright colors, and they're gonna be like, boys, we're hiding.
Yuck.
Okay, Sean.
We're smart.
The precursor, the werewolves.
There to knock yourself down.
25 points. Sean, get 100 of them. Let's do it.
I was about to pre-order 2 of them today, because it's like they'll probably be like 50, 60-ish points. I'll buy 2 of them. I only got 2. Army. They're 25.
I don't see like a bad reason in some armies where you just drop 8.
Yeah.
Genuinely, why not? Especially when they have stats
I'm
like
a
this.
giddy child.
Number 1, they're a spirit, which means that they proc the army bonus if they're in pure Angmar.
Okay.
And they have this stat line: fight 5, strength 5, d4, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, courage 5, movement 10.
What? Are they? They're not heroes, are they?
They are warriors, I believe.
They are warriors.
I'm pretty sure they're warriors.
Who gives a shit?
The spirit thing would only affect them if they were heroes. Affect the rest of the army if they were heroes.
I'll check, because they do have terror.
Either way,
so
they've got terror.
Of
Dude,
course they do.
what a flanking force for Angmar.
If you send these fuckers around, And then they've got that special rule feral charge or whatever. What is?
Oh, you
What
want to
is
know what feral
that?
charge does?
Knocks
Knock
in-
down infantry.
Just auto.
They count as cav. If they get countercharged by cav, they don't knock anything down.
Dude, that's wicked. That's wicked.
Uh,
Do we reckon they're on 40 mil basis too, by the way?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta be,
Honestly, possibly. No. I think someone said 50.
Because the only reason
okay.
why I ask is because the piece of terrain there with the feet and everything looks a little bit small for a 40 mil.
Yeah.
And I think that actually be disproportioned. If you're feeding a warg, you think of a warg on a 40 miller, and then you think of this. I kind of want it on a 50 miller. Don't know. Just makes a feel.
No. That makes total sense. That makes total sense.
Wow.
Oh, I love these.
Love it. Fell side as well. Just to add on to it. Yum.
I'm a hungry little boy. Get me some werewolves. Oh, yeah, that's amazing.
I'm gonna try and find it in a sec, but I am very curious because obviously hero versus warrior does matter massively. But that is, it's just so sexy. There's nothing to complain about there.
No,
give me 8 of them. Drop 200 points into that.
Yeah, and that's a fantastic investment.
Oh, 100%.
Like we all know what people can do.
Oh, these fucking you don't need warg chieftains anymore.
Warrior.
These, okay,
No.
that's fine. These fuckers with barrowites, you don't need the 80-point warg chieftains anymore. You just need a couple of these. They will kill whatever is paralyzed.
Yeah, so technically the spirit is actually a downside because it does mean you're dealing with banishment. Technically, that's the only downside, really.
Very corner case, but it's
very corner case. I think that's the only interaction.
But when you've got 8,
what are they going to do? Also, two wounds. Who cares?
2 wounds, exactly. 2 wounds. It's going to take them twice to knock them down with banishment. Yeah. If you've got, as you said, 6 to 8,
crazy,
cool.
Crazy.
They're infantry. Are they infantry or are they cavalry?
They are infantry. They just knock down.
There's no 3 attacks on charge.
No.
Cool.
It's purely knockdown. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. They feel very cheap. 25 points.
They feel very cheap.
They feel very cheap.
Models range, dude. Like,
yeah,
we've got models that are like that. This is just a rival to that. Fantastic.
I'm confirming. I'm looking at it. It definitely says 25 points.
That's wicked.
Yeah,
that's
crazy. Crazy.
As soon as we're done with this video, I'm buying.
I think I need to get some more. Yeah.
I think I'm buying at least 6.
Yeah, 6.
I thought, yeah.
Sean, are we running werewolves to masters?
Look.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
I don't think I can make it to masters, sadly, just because starting the new job. But if I was going to masters,
get me some,
werewolves.
Baby. Okay, we keep going. We push on. What's this guy doing here?
Oh, what's Shay doing up in here?
What have they done?
Hang on.
What do you think, guys?
So I just want to. There was talks about redoing profiles. Now, is that already happening, or does that happen in the next edition? Because why would he be here?
Next edition, because everything from this book is getting cut. New edition.
Okay. Cool.
And they've made that clear.
So what do we think has happened then?
Oh, I think it's a fight increase.
A fight increase?
Yeah, rather than like a roll.
Oh, as in the effect of his ability.
Which would be a change to the profile then.
Sure.
A buff to Angmar somehow.
Okay. So
debuff.
The shade is back. And thankfully,
I've just purchased one.
Oh, 75 points.
Yeah. He got they
buffed.
Initially?
100.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is going to give people PTSD. Yep.
2 will D8.
2 wounds, D8, 4 will.
Was he always D8 or was he D7?
He was always D8, I'm pretty sure.
And they had 8 will?
8 will or 7 will, something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think the other stats are basically the same.
So they have had a complete change of profile then?
Yes. Okay. No longer are we going to see -1 on the dual roll from motherfucking shades. They're gone.
What's it got?
So they have become buffs and batteries for the ring wraiths. So they give line of, if they're within 6 inches of a wraith, they give line of sight to cast spells from for the wraith. Beautiful rule, stunning rule.
They've lost a wound as well. They were 3 wounds.
They were 3 wounds. I believe they're still like one wound. Sorry, 1 attack. We'll fight 1. They're still okay.
Half their will.
They do give a buff to ring wraiths as well. Any shouts?
The crown of Morgan.
And extra range on their casting.
Close, Jay. The ring wraith can choose to deal a wound to the shade, and in return get a +1 to their spell they just cast. Also, against while they're within 6 inches of the shade.
Yeah,
only 2 wounds now.
Sick.
But
That's
essentially
sick.
2 times a game, being able to get +1 to cast.
Black Dart. Holy. This changes so much.
A fantastic resource that you can't get back. It's 2 times max per game.
Wow.
Stunning.
Dude.
Love it.
So we're thinking
I'm in love.
Shadow of Rudar, and then all of a sudden, if you like need that Black Dart to go off with your Witch King, the 4+ with the 3 might to back him up, like.
Yep.
You're gonna pop shit. Holy
shit.
And the beauty is, they can sap his will, and it doesn't do anything. He just takes a wound, and that's it. The question is, guys, what does his will do?
Yeah, I was about to say, what's his will up to?
I can tell you now, it does not cast a spell.
Does it give auras? This
it
guy
gives technically an aura.
Hit me.
So you spend a will at the start of the shoot phase. You apply a -1 to hit to all your troops within 6 inches. So it's not blinding light. It's just a -1 to hit. If the person shooting at them is 12 inches away from the target they're shooting at, it's a -2 to hit.
So basically blinding light.
Wow. Yeah. That's really sick.
What a weakness patch for Angmar. This is
fantastic.
Sick.
I think this is genuinely gone from one of the most detestable, disgusting models to just a fantastically written one.
Wow. Jay Clare has done a phenomenal job with this. This is sensational work.
So, like, resource allocation, resource utilization, this feels amazing. And you know what the best part of this is? At the very least, if you don't really need the magic and you don't really need the, the +1 or the -1 to hit or whatever, he's still D8 and he can just go in and hold a spot as well. Where previously you were hesitant to do that because the shade literally just sat there and did F4.
And old mate's got that big base to fill that gap as well, which is good.
I can also think of scenarios where you can, like, if there's a heroic on one side, the shade charges into their hero, just holds him for a bit, then the rest of your army activates, and you go, well, actually, I don't want you to heroic combat off my thing. I'm going to take my last wound off him with the Wraith. You're now not fighting anyone. You can't heroic combat or anything.
If you need to break yourself,
you need to break yourself. If you need to open up a hole just because he's clogging it up.
This is so good.
Fantastic. I cannot.
This is werewolves already is feeling really good.
I wonder. It says deal wound, add +1 to cast. Could you go +2 to cast and just drop your barrel or your shade immediately?
This would be a once per turn thing.
I'm not sure. The text was too small to read. I would be very interesting. I would hope not. I hope it is just once a turn.
Yeah, and I also feel like there might be an FAQ coming out because they also stop the whole. You can just wink out of existence with the Ring Wraith Legendary Legion as well. Whether or not that also comes in with the shade too. Same token too. If it's written into his rules with 2 wounds, it feels very much like you can just get rid of it.
Because I don't think you ever needing to take more than 1, but I understand the value of 1. It's just, I just love it. Love it.
75 points is a great level as well. Great points. So
you have to think about.
I'm so just complete rework. Oh yeah, forgot about that.
+1 courage,
which is honestly
massive,
pretty good. Okay, now we get the
here
boys.
we go. Oh, it's the freight train. I'm very excited.
Freight train. Okay, let's go for the big boy first. The Carn Dum, Aldrock. We're just saying names and hoping it sounds right.
Eldrak, 120.
He
Ooh.
is a chonker.
120 points
120
on
points on
free heroic combat. What else has he got going?
Because so we know that if he kills someone in the previous turn, the next turn he gets to call a free heroic combat, which is sick. Love it. Some actual interaction with the gaining access to a special rule.
How many? What's his stats?
3-3-1.
Ooh.
Fight 5
Decent.
d6, strength 5, 3 attacks, 3 wounds.
3 wounds, man.
I'm pretty sure as well he's at least courage 5. I'm pretty sure courage 5.
Wicked.
Okay.
Yep.
All Carn Dum within 6 inches get reroll failed courage.
So wait, sorry, that's all Carn Dum?
All Carn Dum.
Within 6, yeah. Nice, nice.
I will just say ahead of time, I'll leak it. Normal warriors will be, for them, a courage 3. The captain's a courage 4.
Okay.
So getting rerolls is
That's
actually a level of redundancy. It's pretty good. Obviously, he gets the free combat next turn. Mighty blow.
That's where the 120 points is.
There it is, baby.
Dude, does this not break your heart if you love Thryden?
Oh, Thryden's gone.
Thryden?
You're not playing Thryden.
Poor fucker. I hope you get the Aldrak treatment, dude.
Forget Thryden. All the Grimbold lovers. Shout out to Kylie and Damien.
Yeah, what have they been going on about Grimbold? There's been a bit of chat about.
It's just talking about Thadra's guard and if you should take Grimbold and if he's how good is he? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Fair enough. That's old edition shit.
Old edition.
Get out of
Who
here.
cares?
He's getting a horse in the new
Mighty
edition.
blow,
It's fine.
strength fight. So mace, and he has obviously the shield. Yum.
Oh, brother's got a shield.
Yeah. You can't tell. He's
Good
tucked
action.
behind. Yeah.
Sick.
Awesome. Fraked.
Yeah, here he is, the freight train. This is the boy.
Obviously, he's given like shaman, witch doctor kind of vibes. Any thoughts? Any predictions?
There was that chat about him giving like buffs to the warriors, well, what it felt like, and it felt like he was going to give them like extra movement, extra courage, maybe, or extra like strength or fight value. Maybe that's like a 3-inch bubble of him or something along the lines of that affects those warriors.
I've got one request. I would really like to see this guy have some sort of magic redundancy, and that's all that I want.
Okay.
As in like
unfortunately not
old
Sean.
world-esque stuff. Well,
Sean, you're very much on the money.
Oh, let's go.
So, start a priority.
Money.
He spends a will. He's 1-4-1. I would have liked to see a 2-4-1, but fair enough. You spend the will. You get to choose one of 3 buffs. It's a 3-inch buff.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Either reroll ones in the combat to wound, on a 5+ ignore wounds on your warriors, or ignore all difficult terrain that isn't water.
Oof. Okay. That's
reroll
sick.
ones is nice. Difficult terrain is situationally good.
Bear saves though.
Bear saves though. Malbear
Bear
saves.
saves. Oh my lord.
This
Also, I just want to quickly say before we get into any more stuff, I'm painting him up as one of the blue wizards.
Yeah, fair enough.
Great shout.
Fair enough.
Anywho, carrying on.
He's 65 points as well.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Good.
Because I think, honestly, Aldrak, he's good. I don't know if... Actually, no, Free Hero Combat is really good.
Yeah.
I think he's well pointed. He feels a little bit kind of like a... But I think he'll slap.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be using that 5-up save the most, without a doubt. I'm a big fan of that ignore difficult terrain so that you can, almost in a gotcha moment-esque thing, you can put your warriors next to, say, woodland terrain, and then you just go, okay, cool, beginning of this phase, bang, these guys are now through the forest as if it means nothing. That's big. I've always a fan of that.
The only thing I couldn't tell is if it was a specifically Carn Dum thing or if it was friendly models.
Okay.
Because the ability to do that with going through difficult terrain with wild riders or wild bug chieftains or werewolves or even the hill trolls, massive.
I think I would like it to be I think I'd like it to just be Carn Dum.
Yep.
That'd be my
That feels like the trend as well.
Yeah, be more specific. Make it so you actually have to take him with Carn Dum.
Yep.
To the regular guys, the captains and the warriors, for the most part, pretty standard. They do have one special rule they share. Big fan of it. So the captain, fight 4, strength 4, D6 because he comes with the shield and a mace, courage 4. Chill. I'll hold off any special rule. Go to the warriors. They drop a defense. They drop a fight value. They automatically come with shields. They can get a banner or a spear.
Yep.
Pretty chill. All of them get Glory Seeker. They all get +1 to wound heroes in combat.
wow.
Now, does this also transfer to Aldrak as well?
I don't believe so. I couldn't see it in his
I
profile.
don't really think he needs it either. It'll just be
That'd be too
no,
much.
I cannot see it in his profile. No.
cool.
This is
Because I think the whole theory is you have all these guys who are trying to become like the next dude, and they wanna get up there. So
the biggest is the boss. Yeah.
I smack you, I be king.
Yeah.
Get
Or
pretty
our
lazy.
red sashes go faster.
Yeah, I think it's
incredible.
A clean profile. Points
How many
wise,
points?
actually, that's a fantastic question.
I just want to compare these to Dunlendings at this point.
Does that say 9? I think it says 9.
Wow.
Very, very blurry, but
9 points.
Coming
Solid.
with a special rule, the shield automatically on. The issue is you compare them to something like a Black Numb, and you're like,
No, I'm comparing.
But obviously, like
Moran,
Moran,
dude.
Well, an Arnor warrior.
Yeah, so the fact they lose
What are they? 9?
They're 8 points. They're 8 points with a spear and shield in build.
So lose a defense in a fight, gain a courage and the special rule.
And strength.
And the strength. Yeah, strength 4 is massive. And again, as we've talked about, assuming that these profiles won't get changed in the new edition, you'd assume. Strength 4 is massive because of the lack of piercing.
Dude, this feels on par, actually. Like I'm kind of hyped.
I'm going to be terrified if I ever go up against these guys and I want to throw a captain in to get, say, a heroic combat off or something.
Oh, dude.
You're gonna be second guessing everything about charging these guys because you go, if I whiff, strength 4 +1 to wound.
Every D6 hero that's going 4s to wound me back.
Yeah.
I will say so. I believe it's just in combat. So obviously, spear supports won't get it, but who cares?
That's great.
That's fine.
Love it.
It's exactly what the Dale or the Knights of Dale do. Just makes your opponent scared about charging you, making them second guess. And that's things in this game that I like. I love the psychological factor of the games, making your opponent go, should I do this? Should I not? Like, I'm a big fan. Big fan.
We'll get into it later as well when we talk about their legendary legion. But I wish there was one more troop profile.
Okay.
I just wish there was, whether I didn't have to be a cav or anything, even if it was just some sort of like a berserker or something. That would have been really cool to see. But
just a very elite.
Exactly, like a 15 to 18 point, like he goes crazy and he just, I don't know, it would be very interesting. We keep moving into the legendary legions. Oh yes, Jay. What's up?
Did you see how much the captains were?
Oh, the captains. Yes, I can pull that up and squint my eyes. 55. With March 2-on-1, all the standard.
Dude,
yeah,
this
so
is not even fucking kidding. This is literally Arnor, but evil. And they've got
on par with Arnor.
And a big smacker.
500 point evil list. Arnor, 50-60 dudes. Like, fuck or not.
Oh yeah, you get the 2 heroes, like 2 captains, and just spam it.
Those captains slap.
First one, we're starting with the good ones. Battle of Fornost. It's what we all expected. And here are the 2 necessary choices. You must take Glorfindel, you must take Arnor. You must take both, I believe. Yes. Glorfindel does get access to his armor and stuff, so you don't miss out there.
What have they
You
done?
also have Círdan. You have Aranath, who's the Dunedain guy. Both Rivendell and Minas Tirith captains. Rangers of the North, Dunedain. Jay, you seem...
I'm just buzzed.
Hell yeah. Mate, this is... I can tell you now, I don't think I would play this for a long time. I just... Not something that elves don't draw me in. I'm still buzzed to see it on the table and just see it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. In terms of warriors and Knights of Minas Tirith, Hobbit archers, and Rivendell warriors. No knights, I believe, though.
Good.
So we won't see an all-mounted thing, because the whole point of Fornost is you get the big charge of the Minas Tirith knights.
Yeah.
Love it. Cool. Arnor can't lose courage, can't have it reduced. He's just sticking to fight. Their courage 6? Sure. I guess. There's your magic resistance, buddy.
Hello.
The thing that was brought to my attention is Glorfindel doesn't have resistance to magic.
He's got fortified spirit.
Yeah.
Therefore, he gets 3 free dice to resist everything.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, baby.
Suddenly, I'm liking Glorfindel.
Maybe Glorfindel is not shit. No, it obviously covers something he already covers, but 3 dice? That's
it's just unnecessary.
They can roll 5s to cast something important, and you can just take that on the free. Yeah.
Shit. Do they make him Gilly?
All Gondor Cav +1 to fight when charging. You know who's also Gondor?
Oh mate, fight 7.
Big man Arnor, fight 7. Still matches higher fight whenever he would get to someone higher fight. Yum yum yum. Love it. Love it. Fight 4 Minas Tirith warriors.
I love it. Again, I'm in a similar boat to you. This isn't a legendary legion that I'm drawn to playing, but gosh, is it sexy. Cool. But it's cool. I'm really curious about the whole army bonus thing, because the idea of Boz with flag with... Oh no, you can't do legendary legion. Of course, I was starting to get scared about imaginary Minas Tirith fight 5 knights. I was like, the possibility is too much to bet. Okay. What do we think? How do we think this will play? Círdan, the fact that there are Hobbit archers and Círdan plus a charge gives me the fact that you can... The possibility if you have this bubble, it's terrifying with blinding light. You have a good amount of shots coming out, and then when you finally get there, you get hit with a rock of all this cav with Glorfindel, fight 5 behind, with shield wall D7 in the front. I'm just wondering how much play Rangers and Dunedain are going to get in this list. Aranath I don't think Aranath even really has a spot in this. I think it's going to be Glorfindel, Arnor, or Círdan, and then probably captains, and then you go from there.
I think the choice is going to be between Círdan and a captain to get the march.
Yeah.
I think Círdan's the play though.
This legendary legion feels like a 750, 800 point legion, because you've got 2 big heroes. I love the culmination of units that you can take. Knights, hobbits, elves. Like that's cool. That's really cool. This feels to me very much like you could take a token Dunedain or 2 for solo drops.
Single drops,
which is really cute. I feel like it's kind of torn between a rock and a hard place, in the sense of it wants to lean into the shooting with the Dunedain and the Ranger side of things, and Círdan to back that up. But then the big one here we're all talking about is the Gondor Cav getting +1 fight value on the charge with the Lancers, with old mate, what's his name? Aranath.
Sorry.
What's the big boy?
Yeah,
Arnor. There you go. With him, he's like a mini Aragorn as well. So in my mind, this kind of feels like a defense with the Cav to help flank and cover, whilst the army just slowly moves up. You don't need fountain walls, you've got elves.
I could honestly see this as just an all-mounted list where you go Glorfindel, you go Knights of Minas Tirith, and you just spam out as much as you can there, and then maybe throw in a couple of Rangers for, for some shots and some might. Yeah, I think that's got play. And if I was to play this, that's what I'll personally be doing. It'll be very heavily cab focused.
Yeah, I guess Rangers of the North would also have their horse option. So
yeah, they've got suddenly you don't mind Rangers of the North on horse.
Yeah, right? True. Because I don't know if they would get there to attack. So yeah, that would actually work. I do agree, 800 points, so you can do your big two, Kierdan, maybe one of the captain, even just like an elf guy on foot, and then like a single Dunedain with like 6 Hobbit Archers as like a little drop. It feels like an idea of a army composition. Let's go to the next one. The Army of Arnor.
Oh shit.
So just a pure Arnor.
It is a pure Arnor. It has all the Arnor stuff, plus Rangers and Dunedain with no Hobbit Archers.
That's kind of sad, but who gives a fuck? Next.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Hobbit Archers were for the Battle of Fornost. So, yeah.
I'll preface this ahead of time, guys. This is the one where I'm a bit on the fence.
Is this kind of like the Dale Legendary Legion where you kind of just feel like it's unnecessary?
No, it's kind of like when they released Riders of Theoden and you went, why wouldn't they take all this stuff anyway?
Yeah, fair enough.
So, they get their army bonus still. That's fine. Cool. Heroes of all Arnor heroes get +1 to their Malbeth saves.
So, for
the emoji was just for me. Yeah. And because it's technically a fate roll, I think they can still might them.
Brother, I'm a just Dunedain with Melbeth. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Are you ready to lose your mind?
Oh, here we fucking go. Yep.
Because again, like we've said, like one of the weaknesses of Arnor is they didn't have a lot of might, so like controlling the board wasn't.
Oh,
just to rub it in.
It makes so much sense, though. It makes sense.
Hang on, let me predict this. Duck. Oh, yeah.
He's called Melbeth the Seer.
No, you didn't.
Brother used to hang out with the Palantirs. It makes sense, but that's really good. That's funny.
My only issue is I think it just puts way too much pressure on Malbeth. As in, like, I don't know whether, like, obviously lore-wise he's important, but I feel like just so much is now on his shoulders. I would have loved Alvidui to have some sort of like escaping the city, or I don't know what, but yeah.
And I remember Jay, you and Danny were talking about not taking Melbeth in Arnor. Like you can kind of skip that. Now you have to take him. Now is the take.
Well,
he's the first thing you look at.
The first thing I thought of as soon as I saw the Malbeth saves is I thought of 5 captains.
Yeah.
And they're so good as well.
They're so cheap. And that's why I asked you the question about the Carn Dum captains and how cheap they are, just in terms of like have a bit of a this is fucked. You've got the Carn Dum captains who will have potential 5+ save for a few, and then you've got the Arnor captains at D7 with fight 5.
And it doesn't turn off. And that's the worst bit.
Last fucking save. They've got fate.
They got fate. It's just, and the thing is, again, they don't lose any of the options. They now have cavalry. Again, this is an army that won the Masters Invitational at Articon, came second in the World Champs, and it just feels like they didn't lose any options. They gained options, and then they went, let's just give it some little.
Let's ramp it. Let's ramp this.
The one thing I will say is, I think, like, you've hit the nail on the head. This is half the reason why I didn't take Malbeth, to tell you the complete truth, was because I was originally souping him with Lothlorien, and so I had both Galadriel and Malbeth as like my hamstrings in the back, right? Galadriel at least has more survivability than what Malbeth does. Malbeth will be targeted by every single bow and every single magic power the whole game. And let me tell you, I've popped Malbeth in a turn for, I would say, 6 to 7 games comfortably, like when versing him. He is not hard to pump. So if you are taking this list, or you're considering taking this list, oh, Jesus Christ. That's...
Lock Malbeth down. If you're versing this list, again,
And that's
Doesn't
the
matter about in the
issue.
ways, just go.
That's the issue is I feel like some people, because again, you kind of have to, the game won't properly begin, or at least both players won't start playing a normal game until like you play the mini game of let's kill Malworth before we fight. Because why would you want to engage while he's alive?
True. In the same token too, you've also got that many bodies in Arnor that you can have 5, 6, 7 in the ways as well. No worries.
Yep.
No
And
worries.
it's also the fact that, okay, like Foresight, sure, he gets more priorities. You now have a genuinely scary cav threat with War Spears. Like, that is so... If they get 2, 3... Again, move-offs happen, but even just choosing the role, the order of the combats, you have a Horde army where they're strength 3, but if you get the traps and you get to choose them, crazy. I'm so scared of this.
Which is terrifying. Arnor have been hot, especially up here in Queensland for a little bit now. Jesus Christ, this patch is so
ramping them.
Yeah.
Like,
we don't want to sound too downers, but
now Abadui gets the fate. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Because there's no, if I shut him down, the courage goes away. How you got to get rid of him?
Oh.
Yeah. So annoying.
Here's where the bitch king. Let's go.
We get into
this is Jay. This is Jay.
I'm an evil man. You're an evil man. We love our evil stuff. This is hype. I love this so much. You mentioned before Witch King. You think there might be a change. We'll talk about it. So, in terms of what you get, essentially all the spooky stuff and all the orcs.
What I wanted.
So obviously, no monsters, no fell beast option.
Oh.
No ghoulie. We don't have to worry about any of that.
Dude, I just painted my fucking fell beast.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah. But you still get Captain, Shaman, Nasdaq. Wow.
So now, is this all wraiths? Does that include all the named wraiths?
No. All 3 Angmar wraiths.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Relax.
It's just
calm your titties.
Although, I'd just be like, Kamul would be interesting. Okay. Okay. I can't remember what's next, but I feel like it's just going to come out and we'll just react to it.
Oh, he's not it. It makes sense. Makes sense. Again, doesn't get the crown until War of the Ring from memory.
That's correct, Sean.
Okay.
However,
what have they given him? Have they given him the crown?
Instead of 3 inches, what if you give terror to orcs within 6 inches of spirit heroes?
No, terrors.
That feels like it feels like a Magic the Gathering, like when you like one of the nicknames for the deck pairings, the color pairings.
Terrors. I think it's just the Aussie way to say terror.
Yeah.
Hey mate, do those black nuns called terros?
Terror?
6 inches is massive. Shut up.
That's disgusting.
You only need two of the spirits to cover your battle line.
The only issue I have with this is it feels so fucking redundant, because it's a case of you're gonna have the Shade, you're gonna have your Barrow-wights and the Witch King anyway. Like you got and the Shadow of Rudar now too. Like you're covered to spread out.
I think it allows you to do the stuff like you can actually have the all mounted like wraiths plus Swag Riders, and you can actually spread out rather than that tiny 3-inch bubble.
Okay.
But pretty good. Yep. All ring wraiths get reroll d6 to cast. Well, there's half the crown covered.
Well, fuck me, I guess. I'm going.
Sean,
I gotta go.
Sean, before you go,
I
feel like there's more.
It's what about the other half of the crown though? Witch King gets 3 attacks anyway, and he only loses a will when he loses a fight.
I'm going home. Bye.
Why couldn't they? I love how they could have just said he gets the crown for free, but they're like, nah, I want all the ring mates to reroll. Do him lakes on, baby.
Oh my.
Do you want it to get better?
Oh, keep going.
What's the one thing that the Witch King can deal with? No matter what. In the lore, who's he chill with? He can kill them all. In the lore, who can't kill him?
Oh, men? Fuck.
Yeah, fight 6 when facing a man.
bro.
Yes!
The fucking.
Thank God there's no Gulliver. Holy shit.
You don't need him.
You don't, but also just in case. Sean, you feel like you're running a. It looks like you're writing a post.
I feel very sick.
This is what I'm taking to the GT.
Sean's gonna ban it.
Arnold supplement banned.
Wow.
That's incredible. I'm so glad this edition is going to be pumped out in a couple of months.
It's just...
Have fun with this for a couple of months, Joe.
I really hope I got it wrong, but they seemed pretty clear about all that. I don't think I missed anything. I hopefully didn't, because that would make it really awkward.
This feels great. This feels really good.
I just hate the whole, like, you can't take the crown, but here's better crown.
Yeah.
They could just take the crown, and if you take the crown, all race get reroll D60 cast.
The reason they're not calling it the crown is for law reasons. That's it.
That's it, yeah.
You saved 25 points on the Witch King.
Yeah.
The Dragon Emperor saves, what, 36?
No, but bro.
But straight up, yeah.
Bro, that's fucking will.
Yeah, exactly. That's so much more will.
Like 150 points on horse. All of a sudden, he jumps up to what? He's nearly stacked. His will's nearly stacked.
But even then, the ability to just go, even just like 25 points is, 2 more Wild Riders. The beauty of the fight 6 against men, forget heroes, Easterlings.
Massive. I'm just
so
crazy. Set
crazy.
myself in here.
Soldans get stuffed.
Do you remember? I don't even know if we recorded this shit or I was just talking crap out of my ass, which is probably true. I said all that I was hoping with the new shit coming out was there was something to pit and smash the top dogs.
You did.
This Easterlings to the ground. And then Arnor really doesn't. Arnor counters AOL because it bodies them. It's still got the magic, and then all of a sudden, they've got shooting and all that sort of shit as well. But you can kind of play around it a little bit, especially with Australian, terrain, bro.
And AOL into this, you have a Witch King with Sap Will who's good at casting. You now have a Shade that gives you the -1 to their shooting.
And you've got the Shadow of Rudar with his
rock paper scissors, baby. Rock paper scissors.
No, I feel like this one's a bit more tame too, and it's not even lacking in might because Nasdaq still got his 3 might. This is fucked. Holy shit!
I think overall I'm still more scared of the Arnor.
No way.
But this is
I'm really happy that this buffs the Witch King a lot, buffs the Ring Wraiths a bit. It doesn't go too crazy on the rest of the army.
No.
That's what I like about it. It's got that nice balance of like, hey, you've got your army, they're kind of but your opponent has to deal with the Witch King, who is going to be a fucking menace.
Yep.
Do you know what really sucks for Malbeth? Black darts.
Black dart.
Do you know what sucks for Malbeth even more? 4+ black dart up the asshole.
No, but
I think
also
with the Shade.
This bodies Arnor.
You reckon?
I do. I'm fully aware that they've got Hatred Angmar. There are more. I don't really know if they necessarily outnumber.
It's just the fight 4d6.
Fight 4d6. Yeah, sure. No worries, bro. Just fucking play it. You've got enough of your tools here. All of a sudden, the Witch King.
The Witch King just grind anything.
The
captains, all of it. He just bodies them.
He
can also, obviously, he can take the Morgul Blade.
Yep, which I would.
Just
this rate,
yep,
I would.
Well, again, like you said, you can take the 3 will and the blade, and you've got enough for free.
Shadow of Rudar Arvidui with his fate going up to a 5, Morgul Blade. Have that.
Does it count as a fate roll? The Arvidui, the Malware save?
No.
I think.
Okay.
Does it not?
No, it's a gift to foresight.
I don't know, as in because it just acts like a fate.
It's like.
Okay, so I assume the Shadow of Rudar's thing wouldn't affect the Malbeth save on him. Okay.
Oh shit.
Okay, shall we lighten things up, gents? Because it feels like we went to the pit of just scared of meta. But I also, I froth it. Oh wait, this isn't the highlight, but I'm still here for it.
Hang on a second. Hang on. Hold on. I apologize. On a 5+, the wound has been prevented exactly as if it was a fate point had been expended.
Yeah. So, okay.
No. This roll is failed. Hero models may still use fate points as normal. So no, I'm going to say no.
Because it says exactly. The issue is
exactly
that
like a fate roll. Yeah, I would say that.
You have to read the wording of the Rudar.
Yeah, and again, it'll be a time to tell, and it's an interaction that hopefully just gets resolved. Although there's no FAQ, so that sucks. Army of Carn Dum.
Play it chill. Anyway.
So,
this is high.
I said before that I thought there was a limitation of the troop choices. What if there wasn't?
Oh, sorry.
So we have the big two heroes, the named ones. We have the warriors. We have the captains. We've got some orcs in there. Thankfully. And trackers.
Love it. Love it.
I'm there for it.
I'm big. I'm liking the Warg Riders. Big fan of the trackers.
Warg Riders up. Premium.
Love them. So, anytime a Carn Dum hero kills any model, they get +1 5 value the next turn.
So what was old mate's fight value again? Okay, so he can go up to fight 6 pretty easily.
Huge. It also means their captains go up to fight 5. It means I assume the shaman is probably fight 3 or 4.
Dude, that was literally my one issue. I was reading the profiles and I was like,
the 5 value.
Nice. The 5 value was hurting. This is sick. The only
because now imagine the leader goes on an absolute grind, and every turn he goes awesome. +1 fight, free hero combat. +1 fight, free hero combat, and he just smashes.
That fucks these things too.
It does. 100%. And then he walks up to it. Love it. It's just such a clean addition.
Oh,
love it.
Oh,
very Dunland change.
Dunland.
6-inch range on the banner.
When these models first came out, I was like, they're cool. I don't see myself having an army of them. I'm seeing myself having an army of these guys now. Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in pre-order right now.
Oh my God.
And
what else?
You've heard of a Dunland war cry? Yeah, baby. Oh wait.
Incantations.
So that is Frake's abilities go from 3 inches to 6 inches.
That's
a
big.
6-inch reroll to 1 to wound and a 6-inch 5+ save. Yum. I don't remember if was there anything else? I feel like no, it isn't. It's just the wolf pack, baby.
All right, sure. Get keen.
Yeah, this army of Carn Dum, I don't know. Do I feel like it's a little bit lackluster?
It's a little. I just think it's missing a little bit of something.
It's something, just a little something.
What? No.
I just want.
Wait.
I just want a little juice. I want a berserker profile. I want something a little.
Just a little something.
I want a little bit of spice.
You got an evil fight 6 hero who gets free hero combats.
Yeah, look, the fight 6 evil heroes, the two of them making me a bit wet.
Yeah,
it's like my one thing about what we miss.
Let me just reel you gents back in here for a second, because you have a 6-inch 5+ feel no pain on 9-point models
for at least 4 turns.
This is fucking sick. This is powerful. I'm sorry. This is literally, like, I know we literally talk shit about Thryden before with what's his name, Big Daddy. This is what Dunland is like dying for, and we've seen Dunland do really well.
The only thing I'm not questioning, but I'm curious about the 9-point basic troop. I'm questioning how many you're going to be able to spam out, because it feels like you want to try and spam out. Because fight 4 is you're fine, but I do love the fact they're strength 4, because you'll hit hard.
If this army can get to 40-50 models,
yeah, fair. Yeah, I think my only issue is too strong of a word. Like, it's a very good Legion, don't get me wrong. Yes, the big hero is doing damage. I don't know, they just felt like something, as again, for 9, potentially 10 points, it just felt like they were missing a little bit of that. I don't know. I would have liked maybe, but it turns them straight into Dunlin if I say I wish they had a 1 turn of +1 to wound or whatever. Like,
I would
there's
love
just
something like a warrior model
something.
who's like 20 points. He gets two, like he's like fight 4 or 5, 2 attacks. He hits a combat. The first combat he hits, he gets to call combat. If he wins, he goes to the next one. He gets to call another free hero combat, and he keeps going until he stops or he dies, and then he just explodes or something.
That's a sick rule where you've got someone who has to heroic combat every turn. They get it for free.
No, but I'm saying no. In the same turn, I'm saying they have 1 turn. They hit combat, and then that for that 1 fight phase, they chain them until they just drop dead.
There would have to be a decline in stats every single time you combat.
Yeah, or make him like D3 or something. Like make him like defense, super. Yeah, make him like an actual berserker, like the
Reavers.
Yeah, I was gonna say Reaver. I was also gonna say like Mad Max when they spray in the mouth and just go crazy and go for it.
Oh yeah. That's fun. That'd be sick.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see how these guys go. The D5, like the D5 in the new edition, might be interesting. I'm keen to see it.
Yeah,
I think this is gonna slap. I'm still hyped to run my whole Slaughter Priest looking army with this.
Yeah, that'd be great. And here we go.
Okay, this is the one, baby. This is what I want.
Okay,
Wolfpack of Angmar.
Predictions. What do we think?
I need there to be werewolves in this.
I can tell you without a doubt there are werewolves in here.
Good.
I reckon they're gonna go up a fight value.
And +1 fight value.
I reckon there's gonna be a bit more knockdowns here and there.
I would like knockdowns.
Could you imagine?
+1 fight value.
Mega Chief.
Holy shit.
Does that take him to 3-3-2?
Something like that.
I think he starts at only 2 might, but I think he's also 2 will.
Is he 2-1-1?
I think he's 2-2-1, I believe.
You said
Jay and I will have a race to see who can pull it up faster. I think he will because my phone just tried to die.
I'm mega wild chief.
2-2-1. So he's now 3-3-2. 3-3-2.
Yep, 3-3-2. Sexy.
That's really good, dude.
Werewolves, fell wargs, and wild wargs.
Yeah.
Give me that fell sight, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I'm creaming. Boys, I went from bricked up. I built an entire fucking castle. Holy fuck, moat and all.
I've never heard that. I bricked up so hard I could build a castle. So good. Oh, my lord. This next rule is my favorite of the Legion. No, not this one. Not this one.
Oh. Once per game +1
but this
fight,
one's still really good.
1.
Fantastic. So
this is like a Dunlin war cry, I'm assuming.
This is the
so instead of reroll everything, reroll ones +1 fight values is indispensable though, and it doesn't say warriors.
Everyone.
Fight 6 werewolves, fight 6 wild chieftain.
Oh fuck! I'm building this. I'm going to bed.
Sean,
after I'm building. Oh.
It gets better. I think the next one, hopefully, is my favorite.
I gotta stand up for this.
If the wild chieftain leader is wounded, all models within 6 inches now count as being within range of a battle for the rest of the game until he dies. So the juice of taking a wound early and being like, I'm not gonna fade it. I'll take the lead of VPs. It's fine. Have him. 6-inch banner.
Oh, it's a 6-2, man.
It's 6. Especially with those big bases, that matters.
Werewolves with this 6-inch banner.
I mean, werewolves, dude. Werewolves are fight 6 for a turn.
Hey guys, but don't you want more killing power?
Yes, I do. Yes. Give me more.
I got a foot cramp.
So to be clear, it is the.
I've just built a second castle. That's 2. We're 2 castles up, boys.
Mate, you're Baradeur, I'm Orthanc, mate.
It's the union of the 2 towers.
To be
Give me
clear,
more.
it is the same as the werewolf, so only against infantry vs countercharged by cab doesn't count.
Who cares?
But oh my lord, this thing is so good.
Gentlemen, we have seen the meta list completely being cut under their legs with this new book.
Oh, this
Fucks.
like AOL obviously shoots it to hell. That first turn, bump up to fight 4, kill everything.
Dude, like I know AOL shoots it to shit, but this has enough like dogs to put.
Oh, dude,
This is insane.
I was running 800 point Wagmar list. I had 165 point Witch King, 4 Barrow-wights, 2 Warg Chieftains, and 40 Wargs at 800 points.
And that's with
now
4
replace
Barrow-wights and a Witch King.
Werewolves.
I'm hitting 60 points with 60 points. I'm hitting 60 plus.
You're 1-for-1 AOL now.
You literally think about that list. The Witch King becomes 2 Warg Chieftains, and your 4 Barrow-wights become 8 werewolves. 4? Yeah. And you still maintain that 50 models.
Quick question: the Mega Wild Warg Chieftains, is that the leader? Very much like
because it's the only hero.
Okay, I can live with that. So, in terms of heroes,
you only have Warg Chieftains.
Okay,
that's fine by me.
Well, hang on, Sean. Here's the problem: they're 80 points each, and your slots are only 12.
You need. Oh, that is tough. But also, werewolves, man. That is such a minimized list for next year.
Yeah, this feels like it would be phenomenal, like 500 points, potentially 300. If you're moving up to that 750, 800, as Jay's getting to now, it feels like it's capping out a fair bit.
Yeah, but also 300 points with a chieftain, 8 werewolves, and what, 2 wargs, 3 wargs? At 300 points?
Okay, so just this is purely based on.
Maybe the leader counts as Valor. Maybe I've done you forget.
I've got two Wild Warg Chieftains. I've got 6 werewolves, and I've got 20 wargs, 450 points on the dot.
That's feral.
I can't tell. I have a feeling. I don't know why. I have a really weird feeling the leader becomes Valor.
Now that's the thing. Is Blackgate opens? Does the Troll Chieftain, because he becomes a Mega Troll Chieftain essentially, doesn't he?
Yes.
Does he get a buff? And the same with Assault on Helm's Deep. Does that Uruk-hai Captain get moved up?
Yes.
The Captain doesn't go up a tier. The Troll Chieftain, I think, becomes Valor.
Okay.
Mordor Troll Chieftain in Blackgates has 15 warriors, so yes.
Yeah. And the Assault on Helm's Deep one already gets +6 warriors to his warband from the army bonus.
It makes sense. It makes sense to
I reckon. So 15 in that warband, massive.
For 650 points, this is terrifying.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I do think it kind of loses maybe a little bit of legs after that, but
you do not besmirch my boys, Jay.
More werewolves.
Dare you?
More werewolves.
How dare you? This is the best list in the game. This is the meta list.
Yeah, I was going to say, that 650 list, what if it had just... What if it just had 6 more werewolves? Yeah.
Yeah. What if this list was just werewolves?
That's what I'm saying, dude. Just chieftains and werewolves.
It's the fucking Fell Wargs.
It's the Fell Wargs, dude.
That's... All I wanted in my Wagmar list was Fell Wargs. Because what happens with Wagmar is so many models, big bases get caught up in terrain and everything that you're sitting there going, I can't charge because I don't have line of sight running around corners and shit.
Nah.
Not anymore.
Greatest, honestly, one of the best 1-point upgrades is for that Fell side.
Yeah, 100%.
The only issue is the models. It means I can't use Fell Wargs as normal Wargs, even though they're so much nicer.
Yeah,
I converted all mine to Fell Wargs as well, but who gives a shit?
Yeah. Guys, that's it. It's a lot.
This has been a long video, but God, has it been...
It's a game changer.
So the real question is, it's coming out in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, week or two, something like that.
How
Was it
long
this-
do we get 6 months of gameplay with this?
No, less.
Yeah, I believe. Oh, yeah, because I've got a feeling it's going to be before February that the new edition drops.
So
I think that's going to
I
drop
reckon-
in December when the movie comes out, 13th of December. So we're going to get it around that time frame.
Yeah, I essentially think we have 3 to 4 months absolute max.
which hurts.
It does.
This shakes more of the meta, more of the scene than what Defense of the North did.
Yeah, I wish we had this at the start of the year, had a full calendar year to enjoy it and see how it sits in the meta, see it get one FAQ, and then have it peter out at the end of the year.
That would have been ideal.
At the very least, nonetheless, this is a really good sign from GW in the sense of they had the answers. It was just a backlog of old world being released, which pushed us back, which is why we felt such a monotonous Easterling AOL shit.
Well, let's hold it. Let's hold it a quick second there in the sense that these legions that are showing up here, are these going to translate across to the new edition in the legacy or whatever they're calling? I really hope so. So that for anyone like myself who's wants to build this Wagmar list, I'm not just building an army, spending all this money to play with it for 3 months and then suddenly go,
Could you
I can't
imagine?
use it. That would
So from
suck.
what I understand, so they obviously not the legacy PDF, when the Armies of Middle Earth PDF art book goes out, which is all the non-movie armies but book armies comes out, they are also going to release a free PDF with all the Rise of Angmar stuff, and I assume that's going to have all the up profiles with intelligence and everything, and obviously all the fight values, and they will also include all the armies those models can go in. I think realistically, all those legendary legions will translate into new armies.
Why would they shoot their customers in the foot after they've just gone and bought brand new models to sell models? Like, that makes fuck all sense.
GW loves us.
This I really can expect this will feel comfortable and people will put this out on the table pretty early in the new edition. This is so exciting, which means that the Witch King of Angmar, who I have spent over 20 hours painting all 3 variants with non-metallic metal, will return.
Yeah.
This is so bloody cool.
So let's go through over what is our number one highlight. What are we doing? What are we? Sean, is it just Wagmar? Is it other than Wagmar, perhaps?
Okay, so other than Wagmar, solely on the fact of its models that I already have, and I just potentially need to paint one more model for it, it will be the Fornost Legendary Legion, but the all-mounted variant with Arnor, Knights of Ministerieth, Glorfindel, because do you know what? I kind of hate shit models, so I may as well use them and get the most out of them. I think I might look at doing that just because I've got the models for it, and that can ease me into the new edition, where I hope that Wagmar translates over so that I can get real pesky with some wares and whatnot. But I think that's going to be my play. It's terrifying to start a brand new army and then go, am I going to need all of the, like, if I buy 20 of these models, am I going to need, or am I going to be able to use all 20 of them in the next edition? That's where I'm a little bit scared. But
surely not. You'd hope.
You'd hope.
Jay, all of it.
It's the host of the Witch King, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool. I've really enjoyed playing Arnor recently. I've found a nice little niche with him, and I'm just going to autopilot when I put him on the board now. Their Legendary Legion is ridiculous and terrifying, but it has a really clear weakness and a really clear aim to play that list. If you can master how to, minimize that risk, that's a really hard army to put down, especially with those Arnor captains. I love the Carn Dum army. I think that is so cool. And that's exactly what I want. I want to have my big leader, War Chieftain, who all of his subordinates are looking up to and raising their fight to try and match him. I respect the Berserker thing. However, I think with his rules, his fight 6 ability with the incantations, that's a really unique thing for Carn Dum. That's fucking sick. But dude, how the hell can you look past that Witch King of Angmar army and not think to yourself, that's going to be on a top table near you?
It's just, the control and everything it offers of Angmar just taken to 100.
And I love the fact, I'll shut up after this, I love the fact that this takes magic and just takes magic to a very different style of how you expect to see it in MESBG because of the shade. I would love to run double shade in that.
Double, damn.
Double shade.
I'd be keen to see it. Honestly, I don't want to go over because I again love the Wagmar, love the Host of the Witch King. It feels like again it's one of those that plays into the way I like to play and the control and the movement and everything. The unsung heroes, I think the shade, not only that profile itself, the rework from the shit it was before.
It's
stunning.
It's miles above, dude. I'm gonna buy 2. I'm gonna buy 2.
Fair enough. I'm so glad I have one. It's been sitting there. I've half painted it, kind of got the ick, and left it there. I now have a reason to finish off and really want to put it on the board. Love it. And the unsung hero, I feel like we kind of glossed over. I still think Nasdaq is one of the funniest models with one of the greatest special rules.
He'll be in every list.
I think because now it's a genuine thing about, do you go full magic in the host? Do you give up March in a standard list? If you want to take a Gulliver or something, are you giving up March to have him? It's a really interesting choice. You reckon?
Dude, think about the match, and you know how much I love March. Like, March is a baby of mine. Yeah, you think?
I'm thinking specifically the Gulliver list in my head.
Yeah, okay.
But I think because in that one, I feel like March is so important. Overall, though, I do agree. I understand where you're going from. Yeah.
Control you get from this list with the rework of the shade and then the Witch King now, dude. This is bonkers.
The extra might point, and again, the extra might point in this list. If you're putting the Host of the Witch King on the table, because he's in that as well. You go from a list that has maybe 4 or 5 might. You chuck down a 3 might Witch King, a 3 might Nasdaq, a 2 might Shadow of Rudar. Crazy.
Now, boys, I don't want to ruin this discussion that we're having because it is phenomenal. But this is by far going to be the longest video that we're ever releasing. So we might want to reel it in, start wrapping it up.
Okay.
I think we're hitting that hour and a half, nearly hour 45 minute at this point. We started filming at what? 10 past 9 or something. So we might want to. Not to ruin this discussion because it's great,
whatever. But okay.
Sorry to be the ruiner.
You can tell we're excited. I hope you guys are as well. Hopefully we get these out soon. We get the models in our hands soon and put them on the table. So from me to Jay to Sean to the viewers at home, happy hobbying. Have a good night.
Don't be afraid.
In the comments.
Get in the comments.
Get in the comments.
Get in.